Okay, we're in round one, and we have an awkward hand. If we get a forest, it's great. We have 9 sources, and we're on the draw. This is actually a keep. Compulsive research can get us there too. I really don't hope that that's what's going to happen, but it's always a possibility. Forgot to remove this upkeep stop earlier. So we'll do that and let our opponent have their turn. Hopefully we just draw a forest and then we don't have to worry about it, because forest into fertile ground would be good. Another white-blue deck. Ooh, nice. Taiga. That will work. Could actually just lead with the Creeping Tar Pit, because that's always going to come into play tapped. It's not a bad idea. Shelldock Isle. Are we playing the same deck? Is this the same person? Who's stalking me? I don't want to play against the same deck again, because that was a good deck last time. I think it's a really good deck against ours, too. I think it's, honestly, white-blue controls just a really solid deck in general. Alright. Let's do this. I think that the green's a little more important, so I don't know that... Oh, goodness. I'm kind of glad that at least hit the Creeping Tar Pit and not the Taiga, honestly. Of course. Yikes. Alright, let's hit the Verdant and get a Tropical Island. Can hold up the Impulse. Not wonderful, but sure. Main deck, Wasteland. Yikes. Does our opponent know what we're doing? Like, that is awful for us. Chronos, Fate's Fetters, Cultivate. Wow, a lot of good cards. Cura's interesting, probably not what I want. Cultivate, really tempting. So go Nissa, play a forest. That's 4. I'm gonna take the Chronos. It's just the most powerful card. I don't have a really powerful card right now. I'm guessing that this is Stratus Dancer. There's not a lot else that it can be. Let's hit Nissa. And then next turn we can Tireless Tracker, play a tap Blood Crypt, and that will also get us a clue immediately. I'm gonna look. Sure, it's costing us a point of damage, but it's not a bad idea. Force Spike, good to know. That is a solid thing to hear about. Alright, something that I need to do here is we want to always do the snipping tool. So, if you have Windows, you can use this, and it'll just give you a screenshot of a small area. Thing is, Magic Online doesn't actually show these normally. So, like, they don't enter the revealed card zone. I don't know why, because, I mean, they got revealed, but it says look, not reveal, so that's why it does it. It's good to keep the notes. This is the most important thing. So we want to know what cards our opponent plays here and make sure that we keep track of them. We don't want to run into that Force Spike just because we forgot to take notes and forgot about it. Okay, Plains is gone. Reflector Mage, sure. That's not that bad for us. I mean, a little bit of a tempo play, we take some damage, but I get a little more value out of Nissa. But I'm kind of okay with that. Right. Force Spike. Play the Forest. Play the Nissa. Sure. Right, can't do that. Tireless Tracker I can, though. But we have to play the land first, just so that it doesn't get countered. Sucks that we have to pay 2 life next turn to actually get down the Kuranos. But we might just draw a land, so that'll save us. It's the reason why I played an untapped land. I didn't want to pay 2 for the, Force Spike there. This probably seems weird, but I think that this is the best thing to do. We just need to stop our opponent from killing us before we get all of our Planeswalkers down. Yeah, Stratus answer, as I thought. Worried about the Dragonlord Ojutai. Okay, they're just going to be going for Factor Fiction. Can't play the Kronos yet because of the Force Spike. I can Nissa. So sure. Play Nissa, play Blood Crypt. Keep the forest in hand. And we're in decent shape. We just need the time. And for our opponent to not hit Dragonlord right away. Thankfully, this duplicate can do us some good on that front. Because if it does attack, then duplicate just gets it. It's a pretty good threat against the Nicole Bolas, though. Ew. Wow. They can hit Wasteland every turn. That is absolutely miserable. I'm actually just going to do this. I really don't want them hitting Sun Titan. Yeah, they'll cake all the lands. And that's bad for me. I maybe should have given them 1 land with the Sun Titan, but I cannot beat Wasteland every turn. Like, just never going to do it. It's not happening. Only cards that we know about in our opponent's hand now are Dragonlord Ojutai and Force Spike. Oh, and obviously all the extra islands. So they've got an island, a plains, Dragonlord Ojutai, and Force Spike. Okay. There's the Dragonlord. Vraska. Vraska's kind of cool. Vraska will stop our opponent from being able to hit it at least, and then it can kill Dragonlord Ojutai afterwards, so that's kind of a issue for them. Kuranos is fine, but doesn't really answer the Dragonlord. Duplicant does next turn, so that might be reasonable. Oh, this is a tough one. I'm going to go with the Kuranos. Alright, and I'll pass. Okay, so 7 damage. Ugh. It's not great. Not great at all. I mean, 8 cards in hand is the real issue here. Quarantine Field. Okay. I'm still alive to that. So we play the Temple of Mystery. Shardless Agent. Does Shardless Agent get us anything? Not really. I'm just gonna bottom that. I'm gonna hit Duplicant here. And get rid of Dragonlord. We get a 5/4. Have decent blocks on the Reflection Mage. The problem is that it's probably gonna die. I imagine our opponent has some kind of removal spell in all of these cards they have in their hand. Icefall Regent. Yeah, that does it. Vraska kills the Icefall. But then Reflector Mage still gets us. I can try and block with the Jace. So I guess that's the plan. Hope that our opponent doesn't have a counterspell. Because it's only spells that target it. It's really too bad that I can't kill the Quarantine Field. I wonder if our opponent didn't remember that it's only spells that you have to pay 2 extra for, so they let this resolve. That being said, they won't make that mistake twice. Oh, force. Right. I had no other way to win. I had to just hope that they missed the Force Spike. I know about Force Spike. I'm sitting here. It's on the side. I have everything else crossed out. I'm sitting here looking at Force Spike. It was sitting there right on the side of my board. But it was actually still the play, and I just had to hope that my opponent made the mistake. Because I don't have another way to get out of this. I can't play Nicole Bolas, I can't play Elspeth. Like, Compulsive Research doesn't draw me anything that'll actually win me the game. I suppose I could have tried a Compulsive, but, I mean, like, I can't really think of anything. I guess maybe the Faith's Fetters could have helped. If I could Faith's Fetters the 5/4, I guess. Alright. Well, go to the game 2. Ugh, man. Another white-blue control match. That is tough. I'd love to just eat a mid-range deck alive. But I guess that we'll just have to make do. I don't have any great changes to make. Song of the Dryads doesn't kill Quarantine Field in the way that I want it to. Doesn't do anything great against Dragonlord Ojutai more than, say, like Duplicant does already, or Fate's Fetters, or anything like that. So, I'm just going to send it back. And hope we get a little luckier and do a little better. I'm not sure that we can. We'll see. Decent enough. We get to draw 2 cards. And we've got a removal spell, too. Seems fine. Nice. Okay, so then Tireless Tracker. Let's just Wall of Blossoms. Elspeth. Okay. I want to see if they have Force Spike. Negate, Repeal, Venser, Wrathagod. Okay. Wrathagod's not good against us, so that's solid. Negate, Repeal, Fact, Venser. There's nothing they can do to stop what we're playing this turn. Shardless Agent actually looks kind of good because of that. What can we hit? What can we actually get, though, with Shardless Agent? This is a really important question. It's good that we have Doomblade in our hand, because I wouldn't want to hit Doomblade. We've got Wall of Blossoms too, though, so I'm not even sure what else we can actually hit. We can get Fertile Ground, Impulse, or Jace. Those are the only possibles in our entire deck. Yeah, I'm gonna go Shardless. Those are all pretty good. I really want the white, so I'll pay the life for it. Let's go Taiga and pass. They can use Venser to bounce the Taiga. play Kiora. They can negate that. So I don't really want to do that right now. It seems like a bad idea. I can Tireless Tracker and then just like hold up Doomblade or play Blood Crypt tapped for now. Seems like the way to do this. Alright, well, attack the Shardless Agent, play the Tireless Tracker, and then pass the turn. You know, actually, I really don't want them to hit the land for the Wrath of God, but what do you do? Because, like, we actually are playing really hard into the Wrath of God here. We're kind of stuck playing into something, though. Play the untapped land, because I might want a Doomblade, I might want to crack the clue. I'm not 100% certain that I need to use the, Oh, okay, that's actually fine. I thought they might use Venser to bounce our land. So I'm okay with that. Wrath of God. I imagine that's why they slammed that repeal there, too, is because they were hoping to draw the planes for it. Now Venser can come down. But luckily, Venser's just bouncing a creature, which makes the Wrath of God worse. I get to replay the Fertile Ground. Let's go Verdant first of all. Get a lot of value off of the Tireless Tracker here. Tireless Tracker is insane in our deck with how many actual fetch lands we have. It gets a lot of stuff. And yeah, we'll just attack. Venser will bounce Tireless Tracker. No? No bounce Tireless Tracker trade, huh? Okay. That's interesting. Crack for another one. So deal the 7. I'm gonna play Fertile Ground on something here. And then leave mana up to either Doomblade or Clue again. If they want to counter this, that's fine. Like, using Negate on that seems pretty good for me. They just really want to play Fact or Fiction. Okay, that's fine. Swords, Daze, Sheldock, Plains. I don't want them to have the Plains for the Wrath of God. So, what do I not care that they have? Daze doesn't do a whole lot. I can play around it pretty well. I've got a lot of mana currently. If they Wrath of God, I mean, that's fine. It takes their whole turn to do it, and I still get to follow it up with like a Planeswalker afterwards, either Kiora or Elspeth. So that'll let us play something. Kind of like this, because I feel like they're forced to take the Plains Daze. And I don't really want them to have Sheldock Isle. Nope, put Plains Daze in the graveyard. I was really expecting they'd go for the Wrath. I guess they're just going to use the Venser and hope that that's enough. So they have Swords of Plowshares and Oust now, too. Which, I mean, I guess that's reasonable. They're just not going to bother using the Wrath of God if they can use Swords and Oust. But for us, this is almost just a stalling tactic for us to get deep enough in that we can actually get a really good Planeswalker and beat them to death that way. Crack the Clue? Yeah. I don't need to hold up Doomblade for anything. They're not going to play Venser now. See what they throw away. Throw away the Wrath of God. Alright, so that is out. We know that they have Negate, Swords, Venser. Negate, Swords, Venser, Shelldock is what we're looking at. God, I really wish we could land the Elspeth. Might be a time to try and land Kiora and let them counter it. Just so they can get Elspeth down afterwards. Let's attack first. Just make the Venser a little more awkward. I want to give them the chance to block with it. Okay, I'm going to Tireless Tracker first. They might Venser that away. If they do, then I can land the Kiora. Okay, they don't. Opponent not biting. This is all pretty good for me. Guess they'll just use the swords on the Tireless. That's fine. Green, blue, and Kiora. I'm expecting this to get Vensered. It might get negated. I'd actually be happy, I think, if it gets negated. More than I would be if it just gets Vensered. Venser buys them more time. Kiora is not really that important. I really want to get the Elspeth down. Yeah. That's a lot more annoying. Negate, Swords, and Shelldock, and 4 other cards that we don't know about. Swords will be coming for Tireless Tracker this turn. They almost certainly have to use a negate on the Kiora. Unless they have another really good counter spell. And that means I can land like Compulsive Research. Trade the Shardless Agent with Venser. Reflector Mage. Alright. Man, this is, it's just so funny how similar the last 2 decks that we played against are. Just enough mana up for negate. Opponent knows what they're playing against. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't need to waste the Doomblade here. I just had 8 mana because of the Fertile Ground. Still doesn't make a difference. We don't have 9. There's an Ajani. Let's go green, blue. Play the Kiora. Let our opponent get it. Yeah. I don't think it's super necessary for us to keep Doomblade up this turn. Probably fine without it. Okay, we finally got rid of the negates. That's something. And we still have a lot of very important Planeswalkers in our hand. This is good shape for us. The big questions are the Shelldock Isle. And then the other cards in their hand. They've got more counter spells, that's a problem. If they have a really good Planeswalker under Shelldock Isle, that's an issue. Most creatures I can kill with Doomblade. Gonna be hard to deal with like an Ojutai or like Inkwell Leviathan, Ulamog. Things like that would be really bad for me. I guess Ulamog wouldn't be that bad because I could Faith Fetters it. As long as they don't have a counter spell. Legacy's Allure? Okay, that doesn't really matter. You can steal the Wall of Blossoms, sure. Wait, what? Wow. Okay, well, I guess that is, in fact, the game. Did not expect it. Steal our Shardless Agent and slowly beat us to death, huh? Smart not attacking yet. Discard the Bolus, I guess. Honestly, it might have been worthwhile to attack the Shardless. Because then at least it could trade. Oh man, we are not drawing any more lands. I mean, we don't have a lot left. That's the problem. That was a really good sideboard against us. Yeah. That's at least something that they're not attacking us with. I'm actually okay with that. Sure, they'll steal the Wall of Blossoms instead. That's okay. I'm not happy about it, but there's not much we can do. Compulsive Doomblade. I guess I'll get rid of the compulsive. God. And now the slow grind to kill us. Alright. Tracker just gets stolen by Legacy's Allure, and I mean, we're not going to be playing it anytime soon. We're not playing, like, anything right now. We're not getting any land. I'm not sure how much land we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we still have 7 lands left in our deck then, because we had 8 before we drew the Mana Confluence. So over half of our deck right now is land. Exactly half, not over half. For me there, I was thinking of the 8 still because of the Mana Confluence. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, the worst. The actual worst. Opponent just top decks a Wasteland. Alright, fine. We're playing that game, are we? Ugh. I wonder if we have enough different colors of mana to actually play most of our cards anymore. That's something I should have probably looked at, but we could spend a lot of time, like, just crossing off lands to figure out if we've got the right ones. So, I mean, I don't know how much we can concern ourselves with that. Just time considerations eventually happen. Swords away that. Okay. And discard. Get rid of the critter, I guess. Because the Legacy's Allure just steals it. It's not actually going to make a difference. Alright, we're just dead. Not drawing the lands is killing us. I mean, I would have in a lot of trouble anyways, but if we'd actually gripped a couple lands in a row here, we had a real chance. That Wasteland was super brutal. Super, super, super disgusting. Now we're just done. Because, yeah, even if I draw Swamp for Doomblade, then I still die next turn. Alright. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. Too bad. Alright, well, that was an interesting matchup. It's too bad that we played against white-blue control both times. That Ravages was... Wow. That may be one of the best Ravages I've seen. That was a very absurd card right there. That's what it does, though. Ravages of War definitely wins matches, and it definitely won this one. So it was a great game from our opponent. I had a lot of fun with this deck. I thought this deck would actually look pretty good. The first deck was hot garbage, but this deck was a lot more fun, a lot more interesting. I think that it showcased what we tried to do a lot better. And our mana base was amazing, and we had all the best Planeswalkers. I think there's a lot of matchups that would have a very hard time with our deck, so I actually liked this deck. I thought it was very solid. Just a, awkward matchup again for us a little bit. Having the counter spells when they need to and those kinds of things is tough. The Wasteland main deck really wrecked us. That's not a card that's actually always that great in Legacy Cube either, so like I tend to be 50-50 on actually mainboarding it or not, but wow, it was supremely great here. Like in game one, it probably stole them the game, and it did some really great work here too. So really fun, anyways. And I will see you guys next week. I will be in PAX South next week, but I'm gonna try and release a video just before that. And Aether Revolt is going to be out, so look forward to seeing you there. And of course, you can always follow all of the content that I do. I have my Twitter at IlyonMTG. Or you can follow me on Twitch, Ilyon TV. And of course, you can always check newmockgaming.com to find the articles and watch all of these videos that I put up. So I appreciate all the love and support from you wonderful people, and I will see you next week. Ooh, so we have another Disappearing Act to return things. We have a Propeller Pioneer that we could just constantly rebuy. But we also have the Aether Squall Ancient. And hey, if we're gonna bounce things, that is the ultimate way to bounce things, isn't it?